Spatial perception is a key part of our ability to navigate the world around us. It refers to our ability to perceive spatial relationships between objects. Whether it's a building, furniture, or products, spatial perception plays a crucial role in how we experience and interact with designed environments. This video explores how spatial perception affects design and how designers can use it to make their designs even more engaging. Before we explore how spatial perception affects design, make sure to subscribe to this channel and like this video so we can continue to feed you nuggets of information on brain and behavior. Before we can talk about spatial perception in design, we have to first understand how spatial perception works. Spatial perception is a result of a complex network of cognitive processes, including visual perception, attention, memory, and motor coordination. When it comes to visual perception, our brains are measuring distance, depth, size, shape, color, and textures, all from a single visual environment. Attention also plays a huge role in what makes us focus. Depending on what we see in front of us, our brains will selectively put our attention on particular objects or areas. Then there's also memory, which plays its part in spatial perception, as it helps us to encode the information about a scene and recall its placement to help us better understand how to maneuver around it. And finally, there is motor coordination, which is important in moving around a given space, as we control our movements and limbs to navigate the world around us. When we are creating a product or designing out a visual presentation, we can leverage our understanding of spatial perception to create more engaging designs that help users navigate through more effectively. For example, designers can use shading or overlapping in a design to create a sense of depth and perspective. This allows them to leverage the power of visual hierarchy to guide the viewer's attention to the right places. When it comes to AR/VR environments, designers can play a lot more with depth and perspective to create a sense of distance and movement. If we place objects at different angles, we create a more dynamic, engaging experience for the user, which helps them with greater recall in the future. It's also easy to create a sense of balance by modifying scale and proportion. Using objects of different sizes and shapes in a balanced and proportionate way creates a pleasing sense of visual harmony. Then there's the idea of proximity and grouping, where we organize objects and elements on a page or presentation closer to each other to help create some sense of association in the brain. By placing elements in close proximity, you are helping to establish a relationship between two or three elements. This helps to perceive patterns and understand information hierarchy, ultimately leading to improved navigation. Space perception also depends heavily on negative spaces. By utilizing negative space effectively, you can enhance clarity and visual impact, highlighting important elements, improving readability and digestibility. The right amount of white space provides visual breathing room for a viewer to get a sense of balance. Generally, users are more likely to interact with an interface that mirrors our natural actions. For this reason, it's important to adopt designs that mimic natural movements like swiping and tapping. Placement and alignment helps to create more logical sequence in the content that is being seen, and this plays to how we read and scan information. By taking advantage of spatial perception of coordination and visual flow, designers can organize interfaces in a way that helps users navigate more efficiently. So a lot of how we interact with the world and our general experiences with environments are heavily influenced by how engineers and designers play with spatial perception. Considering and leveraging all of the factors mentioned earlier help to build better user experiences while also being visually appealing. This is particularly important in this modern day where a large majority of mediums to communicate is visual, from videos to social images. In an age of overload and where capturing a person's attention is everything, understanding spatial perception will help to guide people through your presentation and hopefully captivate not only their eyes, but their minds as well. If you like content like this and want to learn more about how technology is rewiring our brains and behavior, make sure to subscribe to this channel, click on the video on the left, and help us continue to mine the golden mind.